Cześć ludzie, what's up people? Hola, Vigo's dad here and
That's
Vigo's mom is back in the vlog.
Hi. Did you miss me?
Did you miss her? Write on the comments if you missed her. It's been how many? At least like 6 or 7 episodes.
Yes, I missed being on the vlog, and I missed watching myself on the vlog.
Like I said the other day to one of my friends, Phil, shout out to you. I'm like, Karolina likes to watch the Vigo's dad videos, especially the ones that she's in, and he's like,
Isn't it all of us?
don't we all, or something like that? I agree. She makes the vlogs, the episodes, so much better.
Thank you.
Anyways, guys, we're here. We actually just had breakfast alone together in quite a while. It's been a while, no?
Yeah.
We were here in Portobello Road, in here in London, and you know, you guys know that I was in South Africa for I was there like a month.
Month and a half.
Yeah, it was like almost a month and something. But she and Vigo left to Poland like 2 weeks before I left. So it was in total like almost 2 months since I saw you guys.
Adds up, but yeah, something like that.
And you know, this episode, as you saw in the title, she has been doing the
Going solo.
yeah, she's been doing
Me
the
versus Vigo.
single
The
mom
battle
thing.
Of giants.
That's exactly what it is.
Who won?
It's a battle of giants.
Try to take a guess. I know who lost, our house, because when you came back, it looked a mess, a little bit.
Well, I mean, she tried as much as she could. But yeah, this episode is about
the last 3 days I was like, he's coming almost. Let's just wait for the help. But before that, I was maintaining everything in
Tidy.
sort of like a sane state.
Oh, stop. 1 second. Just a little London trivia for you guys. I'm sure that this restaurant, do you know who the owner is?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran is
Yeah.
there. Is there?
That's right, yeah.
So Ed Sheeran is the owner.
Yeah, I've just been in to video something in there.
You did?
My granddaughter's an absolute fanatic.
She's a fan.
Yeah, so
Anyways, yes, if you're in London, here in Notting Hill, come give your money.
It's Sheeran name. Bertie and
Yeah.
Blossoms. It sounds like a name of a children's cartoon or a book.
So the thing is that for the last 2 months, Karolina did the solo parenting, the single parenting. So we want to ask her, we want to see what her experience has been when it comes to single parenting. We know that there are a lot of single parents out there. It's not easy. I was raised by a single mom, and I have my own observations about it from the perspective of the child, but from the perspective of the parent, we want you to tell us what were your findings, what did you discover, you know, what in general, what is your experience, okay?
Can we do it after we cross the street, because I cannot focus. I'm just looking at the traffic. And
So-
what am I doing now?
So you're gonna tell us.
I'm going solo like I did with Vigo, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there you go. We're practicing the solo thing.
See, his jacket is here and his giant massive water gun is here.
Yeah.
First thing I've noticed is that your child will miss the other parent. You know, depending on your circumstance, it's just you have to manage it, you know, accordingly. Like for example, in our case, we knew that his dad is gonna be back in a month or so, or
A whole month without
and
my
a half.
son.
And you have to kind of explain and always keep transparency, I guess, but at the same time try to give him something to look forward to, which might not be actually the best strategy, but we were promising that he's gonna bring him gifts, and that was kind of like, but it's in Africa, he's gonna bring me gifts. And then he had the list going, what those gifts should be.
Yeah, I
He's
was
growing every day.
I was just trying to find African animals and giraffes and stuff for him.
What was helpful was with the moment of the transition, when before you flew to Africa.
Yep.
We went to Poland, so he had a change of scenery. He had his grandparents around, new, you know, environment, toys. There was a big garden there, and you know, playground. So he was super into it.
Yeah.
So it helped him, you know, with the transition. Even though he did miss you, and he was asking about you a lot, and especially at first on camera, he was asking for you to come and why you are not there.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing. Just be open and transparent, and try to add some excitement to this, you know, to your child's life, especially at the beginning of the transition.
Okay, so what would be the second thing that you learned?
So the second thing that got to me, and this is something that you can expect, that you will be a lot more tired because you are alone, you cannot share the load, and you know, especially if you work at the same time, it is it gets you more, maybe frustrated sometimes or overwhelmed. But your kid, they read it, they see your emotion, and I find that it's a lot easier if you're, again, transparent with them. Like I was trying to explain to Vigo that, that moms also have whatever feelings, emotions, that we feel tired or frustrated, it's natural, and then we kind of talk about it and we get over it together. And it's nice to tie it up with whenever they are feeling overwhelmed, then you say it's okay, like mom also sometimes feels like this, or my mom feels tired right now, or you feel tired right now, whatever. I found that this time, even though it was overwhelming a little bit at moments, and it was hard sometimes, it was a bonding experience for me and my son. Like we spent so much time together and we managed to be very close. I think even closer than we were before. So try to use this as, an opportunity to get your kid to be more in touch with their own emotions and understand your emotions. So, are there any couples out there watching us? Because I have a question. Do you, if you work together, or even do things together at home, like deciding how to organize something, do you spend like more time deciding or arguing how to do it than actually doing it? Write in the comments.
I'm sure they do.
Share our pain. We were talking about how it is to parent, like solo parenting. Because I don't want to even call it single parenting, because single parenting sounds like the actual single parents that go through it.
Yeah.
But I was going through it just for 2 months, right?
Okay, yeah.
And when we were going through the topics, I was actually thinking that something that is very hard to kind of get is the balance.
Yeah.
And when you go through this, I think you kind of go from one extreme to the other, and one extreme is like, I have to do it all perfectly. I have to clean the house, get stuff organized, get my child, clean and ready and fed and happy and all those things. And then the other extreme is like, I cannot do it alone. Let's just do the minimum for survival. Yeah. And that's just till, we get help from whatever, either the spouse coming back or your partner, or you get a friend come over, or your parents, or whatever it is. Yeah. And I went through both of these. At the beginning, once I kind of established a new routine, just me and Vigo, and everything was like clockwork. But over time you get more and more tired. And especially if you are a person that lives abroad, or you don't have your family around you, that can get old quickly, right? It can get old really quickly, because we are not meant to do this alone. Like, it's not natural for our species to be just one parent versus one child, or more children, and nobody else, that you can go mad like this.
So this is not how it was in the past?
No.
They were alone in the cave?
I think, yeah, well, that's why they say you need a village. I think you need a tribe. That's how natural we used to be, like around cousins and brothers and aunties and grandparents, and it was all like a communal thing. Yeah. And it comes with its own set of downsides, obviously, but I think for rest purposes, it's a lot better. And so anyways, the balance is really hard. So you try to, maybe if you need a day where you're like, okay, we're living in a mess today, but my kid is happy and I'm happy, sort of. Sometimes people say you have to be very, in Polish it's konsekwentny. Consequent means when you don't change the rules. Yeah. Consistent, right? Yeah. And it's important for children that you never change the rules, it's consistent, you have the boundaries, and they know the rules of everything, which is fine, and I think it gives them this like kind of feeling of being structured. Yep. But at the same time, like, is it how real life works? Like, real life is full of exceptions and things like special situations where you have to bend a little. Yeah. And I think it's important to teach your children this. Like, okay, we usually eat at the table and then we watch some TV. But sometimes you can say, listen, today we're very tired. We will agree to go watch TV and eat our dinner, Vigo, okay? And tomorrow we go back to normal, routine. And I think this also helps them know that life is, has all different colors, and sometimes you have to be flexible. So what is it? What will be the next bullet point? Okay, so that we wanted to discuss, right? Yeah, we wanted to discuss regarding single parenting for 2 months. Oh, look who's coming. The proof. I'm not gonna show you what is here. Sorry for that interruption. Little man had some business that we needed to help him with. Mira, amigo, saluda a todo el mundo. Dile, cześć ludzie.
no.
There's no?
So the next or the last bit I think I want to discuss
Yeah.
is something that I think is big in parenting, regardless if you are a single parent or if you are together with your partner.
Yep.
And I think it's like guilt, right? And shame, and you feel, am I doing everything well enough, or are other parents doing it better? Which, you know, it's a natural human thing to compare.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that especially when you are alone with your child or children, that's when you have to realize, okay, it's not fair for me to put the standards that, you know, let's say parents that are together have.
Yeah.
And it's unnatural for me to expect of me to do a job of 2, 5 people, whatever, right? So, and it's natural to say, I need help, and get it. Invite your friends to bring you food or bring you something, or if you need shopping, and especially if they offer. Like I had several friends here that took Vigo to a park or came to play with him so that I can take a nap. And you know, it's normal. It's a normal thing. It's not like, oh my God, you know, I'm not a good mom because I have to escape from my kid. I don't think that's fair. I think that we all need, whatever we are doing, work or parenting, we need time to recharge, right? And with parenting, like I said, we need a village. We need a tribe to help us.
That's why I left to South Africa, to recharge. Not true.
But you went to work, right? You went to work,
Yeah.
and that's another topic that I think we haven't discussed, which is, you know, I was working full time this whole time.
Yeah.
Apart from some days that I had to take off to be with Vigo because he got sick, which is when, you know, life gets really the most complicated because they cannot go to nursery. If you don't have, you know, willing grandparents or like a nanny that is superhuman and stays with
I mean,
sick
not
children.
willing grandparents, but available grandparents.
Well, available,
because,
right,
Most
but
grandparents
also-
are willing, I hope.
If you have those type of people around you, family or not, like,
Yeah.
take it, appreciate it, and also it's important for your kid to be with other people.
Okay, so what do I think? I think that, I used to be more on the camp of...
I can do it
You-
alone. You can do it alone.
Yeah, more that you can do it alone is that I come from a culture where people have a lot of children, and somehow, some way, their parents end up raising them. You know, Latinos are a little bit like that. It's the truth. You have, you know, 4, 5, 6 kids, and then all of a sudden they dump them on their parents who have already done all the raising that they need to do. So I grew up with this idea that my children are my children, so I am responsible for them, and grandparents are there to enjoy the kids.
Well, yeah, true, that's true. I also agree with you. But
But I do have to admit that after the pandemic, especially, having that family support or just friends, there's no shame in that. And there's no shame in feeling that you need that. You should not be ashamed of admitting that you need some help. And most importantly, never allow anyone to shame you.
Yeah.
Because secretly, we all struggle. And secretly, many people do things even if they criticize them.
yeah, like
You know?
we did.
Yeah.
We don't use any screens ever. Well, no, we said till 3 years old. We almost made it. It was 2.5 when we started with the TV.
Yeah.
And now we watch Moana every day.
Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it.
Order food or buy ready meals online. That's another one. Okay.
You should remember that after. Guys, seriously, I wanted to make this episode because, as you guys saw, being in South Africa for a little bit, I knew what she was going through. And we also know that there are many of you that are doing the single parenting. Many women are doing the single parenting. There are also some men that are doing the single parenting.
Mad respect to you. And
Yes.
you need more support.
100%, 100%. So we hope that what Karolina experienced, which, like you said, it was not the worst, but it was enough of a glimpse, exactly, for her to realize that we are not meant to do this alone, like you said. So see you next week, and hopefully we're gonna have Caro back for another episode.
That's blackmail.
See you soon. Bye bye. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy, no, no. Yummy, yummy, solo. Así, yummy, los tinanos, los tinasos.